Welcome to Ethiopia Insights. Ever wonder how a $6 million heist would look like in a religious robe? Oh, the suspense. Well, hold on to your hats, folks. This one's a doozy. Just another day in the bustling heart of Ethiopia, a controversial clergyman strolled into the commercial bank, under the guise of a holy man. He had a plan, a grand plan involving 6 million United States dollars, the African Union, and a handful of forged documents. But like a poorly written movie script, things went south faster than a snowball in the Sahara. In this story, the intriguing twist comes when the son of a priest, who is a thief and a sinner, is confronted about his actions. His audacious claim, "God is my uncle." This is the story of one man's audacious attempt to swindle the African Union over $6 million. Don't forget to comment and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing stories like this one. It's April 15th, 2024. The scene is the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia branch located inside the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa. A man approaches the counter, presenting documents requesting the withdrawal of over $6 million from African Union accounts. The documents are elaborate, complete with the African Union emblem, signatures, and an explanation for the withdrawal, construction works and machinery supply for an AU project. But there's something off about these documents. Fortunately, the bank officers, sensing something amiss, decide to make a precautionary call to the African Union Finance Department. The African Union, ever so vigilant, spotted the discrepancies in the paperwork faster than a hawk spots a rabbit. Before you could say amen, they instructed the bank to halt the transaction, effectively pulling the plug on the clergyman's grand scheme. If only he'd stuck to the Sunday sermons, eh? With the speed and efficiency of a well-oiled machine, the man is detained on the spot by security, and the incident spirals into an investigation. But who is this man who dared to swindle the African Union? Meet Belay Makanan, a clergyman and deputy general manager at the Ethiopian Orthodox Church Patriarchate. A controversial figure, Belay was pivotal in a group of clergymen who attempted to form a breakaway patriarchate in Oromia last year. He is now facing charges filed by the African Union with the Federal Police Commission for this audacious fraud attempt. The African Union is reconsidering its financial security strategies. Talk about a wake-up call. The president of the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, with a twinkle in his eye, confirmed the incident, highlighting the would-be fraudster's lack of knowledge about Ethiopia's forex system. One could argue that a crash course in Forex Trading 101 might have been useful for our misguided clergymen. Now the African Union is exploring options to safeguard its financial assets. It's safe to say that they're not keen on a repeat performance. So, here's a friendly piece of advice. If you're planning on pulling a $6 million heist, maybe don't use forged documents. Or better yet, don't do it at all. As we take a breath and look back at the events that unfolded, it's clear that this is not just a tale of a failed heist. It's a story of audacity, of misplaced ambition, and the failure to recognize the strength of a system. It's a story that transcends the borders of Ethiopia, echoing across the African continent, and indeed the world. In the coming minutes, we will delve into the deeper implications of this incident, the moral failure that it represents. But before we do, let's take a moment to reflect. Reflect on the lessons learned, on the costs that such a crime imposes not just on the financial institutions, but also on the faith and trust of a nation. As we move forward, let's keep these lessons in mind, for they will guide us in understanding the depth of the moral failure that is about to be unveiled. When the shepherd strays, what hope do the sheep have? This heist was not just a financial crime, but a moral failure that resonated across Ethiopia. The high-ranking priest involved was not just any common criminal, but a spiritual leader of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, a pillar of morality in the eyes of her followers. It's a shock that reverberates through the corridors of faith, shattering the trust of the majority of Ethiopians who follow Orthodox Christianity. The implications are far-reaching and profound. How can a nation trust its institutions when even the most revered among them fall to corruption? When those who are supposed to guide us morally are the ones leading us astray, where do we turn for direction? As we ponder on the aftermath of this failed heist, it's clear that the damage is not just financial, but moral. In a world where the moral compass is lost, who will guide the ship? As we stand at the precipice of this moral abyss, we take a moment to reflect on the magnitude of this betrayal. The shockwaves of this heist, led by a man of faith, continue to ripple through the hearts of the believers. A man who was seen as a beacon of light has cast a shadow of doubt over the entire institution. The echoes of his betrayal reverberate in the silence of the church, magnifying the sense of loss and disillusionment. What was once a sacred place of trust and guidance has become a battleground of faith and doubt. The question on everyone's lips is not just about the stolen wealth, but about the stolen trust. As we stand amidst these echoes of betrayal, we wonder, will the church find its voice amidst the silence? Or will it let the echoes of betrayal drown out the voices of the faithful? In the face of such a scandal, the church's silence is deafening. The faithful wait for a response, an action, a stand against the corrupt shepherd, Belay McConnon. Yet, all they hear is the echo of their own disappointment. The words of Edmund Burke ring true today. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. And in this moment, the good men of the Ethiopia Orthodox Tewahedo Church seem to be doing nothing. The silence is not just a failure to communicate, but a failure to act. It is a tacit approval of the corruption that has invaded the hallowed halls of faith. The church, as the shepherd of the flock, must lead by example. It must root out corruption from within, reaffirming the faith of the believers and restoring the moral compass of the institution. As we delve further into this tale of faith and fraud, we ask ourselves, will the church break its silence? As we navigate through this labyrinth of deceit, we must not forget the real victims, the faithful. It's not just about the money, the gold, the silver. No, it's about the trust that has been shattered, the faith that has been compromised, the believers who put their hearts and souls into the institution, only to be betrayed by one of their own. The silence of the church has not just allowed corruption to flourish, it has also eroded the faith of its followers. The moral fabric of society is built on trust. Trust in our institutions, trust in our leaders, trust in each other. But what happens when that trust is broken? When the shepherd turns out to be a wolf in sheep's clothing? The damage is far-reaching and the recovery long and arduous. This is not just a tale of a holy heist, it's a tale of broken trust, of lost faith, and a society grappling with the moral implications of it all. The silence from the church has not just been deafening, it's been damaging. The question remains, will the church break its silence and make amends, or will it continue to let its believers down? Only time will tell. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us. Before we sign off, we want to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful news updates. Like this video if you found it informative, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement and feedback are invaluable to us. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and have a great day. Thank you for watching.